Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullets, Nurse New Bulletin. Your host Leroy, aka the only AI we acknowledge is Alan Iverson, with my co-hosts.
All right, this is Eli, aka Ninja Pimp.
You know what? That's what I was gonna say. Damn it! Well, like I should have went with that, but that's okay.
That was the best line.
There's a broadcast with my page. Did you send that, or did I send that?
I didn't send that.
The fucking AI sent that.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh shit! We're in it now.
We're in this shit now. Knee deep in the shit. Let me calm down. I apologize. Oh, great AI. Anyway, we're back with another episode. We're gonna jump into it. We missed last week. We decided to go on vacay, but now we're back with the episode. We're back grinding again, giving you a fresh episode. We're just gonna just dive right into it. Yeah, I'm gonna share the link while I'm talking. Also, if you want to share the link, that's cool.
Oh yeah, but I should share the link.
Yeah. Anyway, would you
or maybe the comic book podcast?
It would be useful.
Yeah. Why don't you share the link, asshole?
Right. You're doing everything else for us. Shit. Listen to that conversation. Oh yeah. Anyway, we're back into the episode. You can jump into it. Like I said, the first thing we want to talk about is that we do have confirmation that Syndey Sweeney is confirmed as Spider-Woman. So. That's cool.
Spider-Woman.
Okay, so she's Spider-Woman in the Madam Web movie.
That's what I was confused on. I'm like,
that's what's confused on. So she's not.
She's playing Madam Web. I'm like,
but when I tell you who's playing Madam Web, you're gonna be just as confused.
Okay.
Okay. The chick from 50 Shades of Grey. Her. Right.
Okay.
Like
another hot chick. So they are going for like the JILF thing.
Right. They're not going for 80 or 90-year-old, Titanic chicken or shit like that. No, they're going for young and hot.
They don't want no geriatric old lady. They want some
No.
Bangable hot chick.
Right. This is what they want. So everybody thinking she's playing Madam Web. No, she's not playing Madam Web. She's playing, and not the first Spider-Woman, the second Spider-Woman is the one she's playing.
So she's not Jessica Drew.
Not Jessica Drew. She's Julia Carpenter. That was the one. If you read Secret Wars, that was her.
Which Secret War?
Shit.
The old one?
Okay. I forgot. Yeah. The one from the 80s. The first one from the 80s. Yeah. Which Spider-Woman? Julia
Jackson?
Gwen. This guy knows his shit. Shout out to Jackson Daniels. We just said to Jackson, she's playing Julia. She's playing Julia Carpenter. Not Gwen Stacy or Jessica. Still being used for anything, but she's there now. So yeah. What are we talking about? Is that me? There we go. Okay. Yeah, but the thing is now that Syndey Sweeney has been confirmed, because we've been having rumors like last year, stuff like that, but now it's been confirmed. Now every news site and article and website has just been posting thirst traps just left and right, just trying to get everybody's attention and shit like that.
Who is this chick? Damn.
Yeah, lucky for us, we're above that. We're a family show, so we don't do shit like that. So just saying.
I don't know who she is, but God bless.
Google her, but make sure safe search is on. I don't want you to catch a virus or anything like that. You or your computer.
Google her sounds fucking dirty.
Just ask AI. Just ask the AI.
Yeah.
That being said, now here's the thing, Eli. We never talk about rumors. We all talk about what's confirmed, what's happening right now. We never talk about rumors. But now let's indulge ourselves. Let's indulge ourselves in the rumor. One rumor. We're gonna do one rumor. We're never gonna talk about another rumor again because I'm pretty sure this rumor is complete bullshit. Good morning, lads. Jake, what it do?
Jakey Poo.
Yeah. So here's the rumor. Dazzler. Oh, who we got?
Oh shit! And Fat T's in the house. Look at it. It's a
and
full house,
Fat T is finally here. Wow.
Look at him. He's on time.
He's on time. All right, let's get to it. Let's go to it. So, like I said, the rumor is, because first off, Deadpool 3, everybody has just made up that Deadpool 3 is supposed to be the greatest movie of all time. Basically, everybody is going to be in it. Magneto, Ultron, Scarlet Witch, Jean Grey, Quicksilver, Superman, Batman, the Ninja Turtles. Everybody's going to be in this motherfucker, according to them. So, but
Sub-Zero,
you're right, Scorpion, Kenny Reeves,
Mario, Sonic.
Mario's going to be a Sonic. Everybody's going to be in this shit. John Wick is going to be in this shit. So, Peacemaker,
Darth Vader.
You're right. So that's the so everybody's supposed to be in this shit according to the internet, because the internet is never wrong. However, this rumor right here, I'm like, okay, this shit happened. Because not only is Dazzler supposed to be in this movie, you know, the most useless X-Man there is, Dazzler's supposed to be in it. But guess who's cast as Dazzler? Oh, that's how long you've been off the internet, Eli? Okay. All right.
Idris Elba. I don't
Idris Elba.
Going woke.
It's so because it's
Idris
about
Elba as
time. X-23 supposed to be in it. She's
Idris
like 25
Elba
now,
as
so yeah. No doubt.
Oh, the girl from Logan.
From Logan, yeah,
Don't
she's supposed to be in
towel.
it. She's like 20 something now, so she's supposed to be in it. So yeah. Taylor Edgerton, the dude that played Kingsman, he's in it. Supposedly.
that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All bullshit. I'm just saying, like he's rumored to be. He's supposed to be the Wolverine variant, gonna fight Wolverine. So
okay,
whatever. Anyway, all these rumors are bullshit, but this rumor is the bullshittiest of the bullshits, because apparently the person supposed to be playing the person cast as Dazzler is Taylor Swift.
Oh no shit.
Taylor Swift is supposed to be in Deadpool 3. Taylor Swift is gonna be an X-Man. Now, normally I'm like, these rumors are bullshit, man. I heard the rumor about Scarlet Witch versus Jean Grey. I don't give a fuck about this shit. But this rumor here, I was like, what? Because here's the thing. If Ryan Reynolds is crazy enough to make Taylor Swift an X-Man, this movie is guaranteed $1 billion. Easy. Easy. Out the door.
I suppose.
Even if she's in it for 5 seconds, doesn't matter. Taylor Swift is an X-Man, that's it. I'm good. Bill and Ted, it better not be in it. They might be. Shit. Neo, Mason, everybody key on the play. Like the dude from Speed, everybody. So that's the thing. Because here's the thing. Taylor Swift, and I didn't know how big Taylor Swift is. I didn't know until I just ventured into TikTok. And I see all these Taylor Swift versus Michael Jackson things, like who's the bigger artist. I'm like, wait, what? Michael Jackson had people passing out at his concerts just by looking at them. I've never seen anybody pass out from Taylor Swift looking at them. If that's happened, please let me know. Please send me that link, because I've never seen that shit happen.
Well, hey, Jake is showing his age, so
see, Jake is gonna fight me for that shit.
Does Jake pass out from Taylor
Jake,
Swift?
would you pass out if Taylor Swift looked at you? Just hauled off in an ambulance, just like, I got to get the fuck out of here. I can't do it. This movie's gonna be Deadpool. Actually, I think that is the movie Deadpool Killed, which we've already called that. So yeah. But that's my thing. Like I said, because basically gonna happen, all of her fans are going to flock to this movie, and they're just going to take selfies of themselves as whatever thing that Taylor Swift cosplay herself as. They're gonna go in the movie. They're gonna take selfies while the movie is going on. I'm watching Deadpool. Blah 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 blah. It's gonna be Barbie all over again. That's what I'm saying. Because that's why Barbie got the same thing. There was a whole bunch of people just went there just to take selfies, go into the movie, and then they asked about the movie. What you think about the movie? Whatever. I got to see Barbie. So that's the whole thing. So it's gonna be the same thing. Taylor Swift gonna be all over again. So Taylor Swift is going to be the biggest thing the X-Men have ever seen if they decide to enter. Cats didn't make $1 billion. Had Taylor Swift. Did it?
Oh, really?
Huh.
I never saw Cats. I wouldn't.
Me neither. I get we're part of the problem. That's the thing.
But didn't Cats come out during COVID? So maybe that's why.
Spider-Man did too. I think it came out at the same time as Spider-Man.
But Cats came out like at the beginning of the lockdown.
Oh, like 2020, like right in the thick of it. Yeah.
No.
Not
Spider-Man came out when everyone was sick of being inside and they needed to get out.
And then went outside and then got sick again. So, yeah.
And then got sick.
Cats was like smack dab in that shit. Yeah, so 2020. And let me see. Oh, but the thing is, now remember, for those who don't know about Dazzler, because Dazzler actually has a long history of Marvel. She was actually supposed to be the first Marvel movie ever. Dazzler. Yeah, back in the 70s. And guess who they were going to cast as Dazzler? Donna Summers.
No shit.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because Dazzler, John Romita Jr. actually drew her as black at first. Dazzler was in black. The reason they changed her, because the toy company didn't want to sell a black toy.
John Romita, did you say John Romita Jr.?
Junior, yes.
Your boy.
Not my boy. I don't fuck with him. But shout out to him for speaking of musical. The Warrior is supposed to be a musical.
I heard about that. I heard about the Warriors musical.
Oh yeah. Donna Summer. Yeah, basically Dazzler was a disco queen. That was her thing. She was a disco queen. So she was going to be the disco queen at the time. So they mimicked Donna Summers, Diana Ross, Grace Jones. She was going to be one of them. So that was the whole thing. Yeah, that's all we got from that. So can we move on to the nitty gritty, the meat of the podcast? Let's talk about what we're going to talk about.
Let's go.
Okay, like I said, I saw a movie. I just saw the movie, even though everybody else has saw the movie except us ahead of time. The reason I didn't see this movie because I was watching Barbie. So technically,
and Oppenheimer.
Barbenheimer. That's when it came out at the same time. So yeah, this movie is They Cloned Tyrone. That's the movie we're talking about right now. Like I said, it took this movie came out, I guess, 3 weeks ago. Like I said, the first week was Barbenheimer. Second week was, I think, Secret Invasion, but I didn't want to lump them all in together. Last week we took a vacation. Now we're here. So that's where we are right now. So yeah. So this is the movie They Cloned Tyrone. I'm going to talk about it. Now, I watched this movie and I was just going to review it by myself and that's when I talk about it. But after watching it, I was like, wait a minute. I might need some assistance, some help on this one. That's why I asked Eli if he could watch the movie also, because I need some fresh eyes other than mine, because coming away from this movie, I don't know how to review it. I don't know how to review it as Siskel and Ebert, even the Roper, put on my, cinematography hat on, or should I put on my Dr. Umar FBA, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock hat on. Which one should I do? I don't know which one.
Put them all on, man.
Put them all on. Just like one hat this way, one hat that way. It's gonna be the most confusing one ever. All right, so that's why I wanted to get some fresh eyes. I gotta think like maybe I'm too close to this movie. They cloned it. Actually, I was gonna talk about that. Okay, now where did the concept of this movie? They didn't clone Jamie Foxx. That's a bullshit. But however, I think that they got the idea from this movie because Black people have a long history of assuming that people have been cloned. Conspiracy theories, Black conspiracy theories, people get cloned all the time. For instance, Exhibit A. Where is he? Tupac Shakur. Okay, now Tupac Shakur. The reason we think he's cloned is because he died and kept making music about shit that was going on that was relevant. I know it's a Dave Chappelle sketch, but the shit, he really did that shit. For instance, I want everybody to go listen to the first album he made after he died. Machiavelli came out 7 days after he died. When you listen to the very first thing on that first song, Tupac says, or somebody says, Suge shot me. That's what he said. That's what he said 7 days after he died. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. Conspiracy theory, whatever what you're going to do, that's why people keep thinking that Tupac is alive in Bermuda doing some shit right now. Tupac. There we go. Tupac never died. Okay. Now, I'm about to go a little bit more obscure on this one. This is some deep one that most people don't really know about. Oh, not that one. But that's what we're talking about, They Cloned Tyrone. The movie I'm going to talk about is Gucci Mane. A lot of people don't know who Gucci Mane is. We know who Gucci Mane is. Gucci Mane is a rapper. Went to jail because he shot somebody and made a song about him shooting a guy. I think the name of the song was I Shot a Guy at 4 p.m. on Thursday or some shit. Whatever. Point is, he went to jail. But he went to jail looking like this. But he came out of jail looking like this. What the fuck? And y'all want to tell me that that's the same guy? Now, I'm not believing in conspiracy theories like that.
Hey,
but
how long was he in jail, though?
Like 2 years or some shit? Come on. That's a big change to like 2 years. Or maybe longer than that. I can't remember how long it's going.
Fat T. Fat T. Fat T. We didn't used to call him Fat T.
It's Fat T. Are you a clone? Let us know right now. Blink twice if you're a clone. They cloned Fat T. That's a sequel.
Fat T didn't go away for that long. But when he came out, he wasn't Fat T.
Okay. He had abs and shit, everything like that. Okay, this ain't Fat T right here. This ain't Fat T.
He was Little T.
Now, and also what we're going to talk about right here, Jamie Foxx. Like I said, Jamie Foxx. Now, for people who don't know what happened to Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx has gotten a situation where we thought Jamie Foxx had died. We didn't know what the fuck was going on with that. He finally made an actual video on Instagram, some shit like that. He looked different. It looked different, of course, because we don't know what happened to him. He never said, but he looked different in the video. And the first thing everybody said, they cloned Jamie Foxx, because that's the first thing we always go to. They clone this guy. They clone that guy. They clone Michael Jackson. He's black now. All this shit like that. So, yeah. Oh, damn, Fat T a clone. That's messed up. Only got to watch halfway, got where it needed to make some time. So, man, got one to break down things that y'all trying to spoil. Oh, we're going to spoil the fuck out of this Jack Daniels. Sorry about that. Because that's what we do. Yeah, let's spoil shit for Eli. He ain't even seen it. I don't give a fuck.
I saw it.
So,
but like in general, yeah.
In general, yeah. Just not this movie, just
like
in general, yeah.
Leroy will see shit that I haven't seen, and he'll just spoil the shit out of it. And I'll review it. Too. I'll give it
and review it anyway because you don't have to see
just
shit
based on what he says.
And 9 out of 10, you're right. That's the thing about it. So you're like, see, I knew that shit happened. Oh yeah. So what are we talking about? Okay. So like I said, that was my conspiracy theory hat. I'm taking off this conspiracy theory hat now. Going back to the actual movie, talking about the movie. Because the thing is, this movie takes a lot of inspiration from other things, other projects, other movies, other TV shows, things like that. One of them is Scooby-Doo. You know, they mentioned it plenty of times in there because the main thing is this movie is a detective story. It's a mystery, this thing like that.
What about the James Gunn Scooby-Doo?
Not James Gunn, just the concept. Yeah, I did not.
Okay.
But I was about to get
it was similar. It was
something
similar. The similar concept where they were trying to brainwash the youth or whatever.
That shows up a lot. I'm gonna talk about that too. Also, another thing talks about that is X-Files. This is very much an X-Files episode. Eli,
I was a huge X-Files fan. I love
and you can see the influence. Yeah. So don't believe people papers weren't killed off Sinbad back. Sinbad's still alive. Don't believe people die in papers. Oh, they said they killed Sinbad. The papers killed Sinbad. Sinbad had to come out and say he was dead. So gotcha. Okay. People do say that stuff. Yeah. Another thing, another influence on this one. Twilight Zone. It is very much Twilight Zone. Now, the thing is, people saying like, oh, this reminds me of a Jordan Peele movie or something like that. Well, first off, Jordan Peele did a movie about cloning. I don't know if people were paying attention to Us. That was the plot of Us, cloning, you know. Also, Jordan Peele, like he is very much influenced by Twilight Zone. Just like this show was influenced by Twilight Zone. So this was
he hosted it too.
And he hosted it also. So yeah. So that's what's going on with They Cloned Tyrone. Also, people are noticing like a blaxploitation feel to it. People don't know what time this show or the movie happened. And I think that's the whole point of it. Because the point is that they want you to understand that this is in a different multiverse, alternate world. This isn't the real world. They want you to understand it's like a different concept, but it's daytime. But yes, everybody has like the time period could be for anywhere because they want to remind you of blaxploitation. Because the main thing, if you watch blaxploitation movies, the heroes of all of those movies were drug dealers, pimps, and prostitutes. All of them. Superfly, the Mac, Foxy Brown was a prostitute.
They were making social commentary.
Right. They were making social commentary on it. Because those were our heroes of those stories. I don't know, a lot of people had a problem with the hero of this movie being pimps, drug dealers, and prostitutes, stuff like that. But that was the whole point of the movie, because they were showing you that they can be the hero of the story, even though we normally look at
it was classism.
It was classism,
lower class, you know, the poverty-stricken lower class, basically rising above. You know, so.
And the whole point is that they didn't want to do this; they were just forced to do this, and they literally were forced to do this. That's the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, Shaft wasn't.
That's right.
Shaft was a private detective, but
Shaft was a cop. But like Superfly, Foxy Brown, and Coffee. I mean,
Superfly, drug dealer, Foxy Brown, Coffee. They were prostitutes. That's the point they were trying to do. They were prostituting and finding out the main drug dealers, then shooting them, killing them. That's what they were doing. So yeah,
all the Dolomite movies.
Dolomite was everything. Pimp, drug dealer, whatever you want to be. That was
Kung
Dolomite.
Fu Master.
Kung Fu Master. You rat soup eating motherfucker. So that's the thing about that. What is going on with the movie? So those are the influences of the movies going on. So that's why it reminds you of a blaxploitation movie. Even though Jamie Foxx, who I love in this movie and killed it in this movie, everybody was trying to figure out where he got it from, and I was realizing, oh, Jamie Foxx is just playing Morris Day. That's all. That's it. That's all he was doing. But he still killed it. He killed it in there. Everybody killed it. I just love everybody's dynamic in there. Just how everybody bounced off each other. They had just a great dynamic.
Monica Rambeau.
Monica, Tiana Paris. Yeah, she's awesome in everything she do. So
yeah, she's dope. And
John Boyega kills again. John Boyega has been putting in some great performances lately. So Superfly is still one of the greatest endings to a flick. You better not touch a hair on my pretty head, or whatever he said. I think that's what Superfly said at that one. So yeah, that's the thing. So let's get into the movie. Let's talk about the movie now. Okay, now I'm putting my other hat on. I'm putting the other hat on right now. Okay, so we got to talk about the movie. Because the thing is, this movie is not about cloning at all. The movie is not about cloning. They threw that in there, but it's not about it. The movie is actually about brainwashing, programming, indoctrination. Here's the thing, Eli. The movie is about everything that I've been saying for like forever. I may not say it on this podcast, but if you check me on any other social media platform, I say this same shit all the time. How we are influenced, Black people in general are influenced by the things we see. We're influenced by our music, influenced by our food, influenced by the church, influenced by commercials and TV shows, influenced by our hair products and things like that. Because all those things influence us. And like fans, when we talk about rap music, to kind of kill the shit. This my boy right here, B Sky. What's up? This my boy. We go back. All right, so let's think about this. So we're going to talk about rap music for a second. Now, we talk about how rap music has been brainwashing us to make us think these things like that. It was funny that they had a scene in the movie where they were playing aggressive rap music and then the guys instantly started fighting. And then when they switched the music to something else, to like something slow, they started, relaxing each other. And we've seen this in the movie. Like we've seen this in real life. Whenever we at a club and they're playing, I don't know, 3 6 Mafia or some shit like that. I bet you won't hit a motherfucker. What happens? You hit a motherfucker. You play the song Tear the Club Up. What do? Tear the club up. It's like the music is directly influencing you and things like that. So what do we got here? Influence, conditioning go hand in hand. Yeah. So people keep thinking it's about cloning. It's not about cloning. That's some old dumbass conspiracy shit theory we're not going to talk about right now. This is actually about indoctrination. And we can talk about the Tuskegee projects also, the Tuskegee experiments, where they did experiment on Black people and gave them syphilis, making them think they were doing something else. We can talk about what they did in the past. Yeah. Let's talk about what they're doing now. Everything is influenced because, like I said, all this rap music we're putting on right now, happy 50th anniversary to hip hop. But all the top executives over rap music right now, none of us look like this. They don't. The guys that sign all these people, they don't. So they are the ones controlling the music that we see. We got to pay attention to it. Like I said, let me take my hat off, Eli. I'm taking my hat off. I think I'm going too deep into it. So that's the whole point I'm trying to get into it when I saw this movie. I was like, everything this movie is saying is the same stuff I've been saying the entire time. Just like when we talk about church, every church has a white Jesus in it. Every Black church has a white Jesus in it. And they're using that to control and program.
Well, that's religious conversion. That's right. Religious. That's colonization. I mean, that's
right.
Natives relate to that too. I mean, that's what happened to us as well. And but you're right. This is very much a satire on, and I don't think it just applies to Black people. I think it applies to like again, I go back to classism because the food. I mean, that food, we eat this unhealthy food because we can't afford healthy food.
Right. And where do all these places go at? Where is every Popeyes or chicken or Church's chicken, is that
fast food or
fast food restaurant? You never see this in upper class neighborhoods. You don't see that stuff.
Yeah. You can get a cheeseburger for $1, where, fruit and vegetables cost way more than that.
Right. Whole Foods and stuff like that. Right.
Yeah. It's just so much cheaper.
You're not going to see a Whole Foods in the hood. You're not.
Yeah. It's the hair product, the whole thing with the hair products. It's like we've bought into this westernized standard of beauty.
Right.
And, where all us people of color try to, live up to these like non-colored standards of beauty.
Now, to be honest with you, I'm not going to go too hard on the hair products thing because I kind of get it. Because, like I said, Western civilization has a certain standard of beauty. Yeah. Like I said, if Black women wearing their hair out just naturally, you might can't even get a job and feed yourself if you go to an interview with your just natural hair, So at a point, it's almost like survival, to do certain things you got to have. And I get it, that's just that's just the way we live in.
That ties into that. They just, it's like this, culture is forced upon, the lower classes and forcing them to exist, where usually they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
or just like we talk about the beauty standards just in general. Like, of course, Margot Robbie is supposed to be the beauty standard of the world because that's, that's Western civilization standard of beauty, not, Rihanna, who I think is the baddest motherfucker of all time. That's just me, know, but they want to say,
or Monica Rambeau,
right.
Yeah. Whatever her name is. She's Monica to me, but
right. Thing like that. Or Misty Knight, that chick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
but no, we gotta Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is the beauty standard. That's what we're supposed to accept. Sorry, Jake. Sorry, we didn't mean to shit on your queen. Just say it.
I took this as very much like like you said, like an exploitation movie. Like it was making social commentary, but it was also a satire on how, we buy into things. We buy into the internet. We buy into what goes viral. We have to pay attention to this thing this week because that's what everybody's talking about, and we have to have an opinion about it. We have to comment on it because that generates revenue. Because
and then next week we move on to the next thing.
And then we don't really give a shit. We get outraged at each other. We get all hung up, and
because they do it on purpose. Such and such. Leslie Jones is playing Superman, and now we just all up in your arms and shit like that,
squabbling about stupid petty shit that in the bigger scheme of things don't really mean shit, but we make it take so much of our time,
and they know how to trigger us. That's the thing. So Doja Cat is the beauty standard. Y'all love some damn Doja Cat, man. This is just but that's my thing about this movie. So, like I said, it was funny. Jamie Foxx was killing it, but it actually has some serious, heartfelt moments on with it. But yes, it is very, very much a satire. I think that's what kind of throws people off, that it's a satire. They expecting it. Okay, when does this take place? Okay, how is this related to us? Like, no, it's a make-believe world. That's the whole point. Yeah. This is Black surrealism. That's the new term. It's called Black surrealism. And that's the thing of what we're calling Black sci-fi nowadays. This is what Jordan Peele does. Like I said, this is what Black Panther did, Afrofuturism, things like that. This is what Donald Glover tried to do with Atlanta in the 4th season. But I think at that point, he kind of jumped the shark and people weren't ready to go that way. No, we want realistic Black shit. We don't want you to go into that next realm and, make us seem like we're not in the real world. Because that's what he was trying to do. This, in the very last episode of Atlanta, he had the same thing about how the food was influencing us. He was trying to bring a Black sushi store to the hood, a sushi restaurant to the hood. Nobody want to fuck with it because nobody wants to fuck with a sushi restaurant in the hood. It devalues the sushi restaurant. So we're just gonna go with KFC. Now, if it was in an upscale restaurant, that same sushi restaurant, we'd fool with it, So this is the thing he was trying to say. You got to tell me that right now. It was a great movie and well thought out displays. It was very much. It was very much.
Yeah, it was poking
the goofy episode. I love that episode. But that's the thing. It's like Donald Glover went too far with it. I was on board with him. But a lot of people kind of jumped off the train with him on that one. So, So,
but it was hilarious. I was laughing a lot. I thought Jamie Foxx
and that's the thing. Now, if it was just preaching us the whole time and it wasn't funny and it wasn't giving us something, then I would have checked out. But the point was, it was entertaining. The message always is the movie to begin with. So as long as I'm entertained, you can throw these messages in there.
Yeah, I thought it was such an outlandish idea that that you just had to laugh,
Right.
And it was just, like I said, it was just poking fun at, how we are influenced by these material things,
Right. And influenced by everything around us. Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it reminded me, what's that movie, Sorry to Bother You? Is that what it's called?
Yes, that's another Afro surrealism movie.
Yeah, kind of reminded me of that. Kind of reminded me of Black Dynamite in a way. Not as campy as Black Dynamite.
I mean, but that's because Black Dynamite is also Black exploitation satire, which this is also.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's where you kind of see that. Yeah.
That whole thing with the malt liquor and Black Dynamite.
Oh shit! It's the same damn plot. It was the same damn plot. You're right about that.
The great drink and shit.
Okay, I'm about to hit you with an old one. You brought up Black Dynamite, Undercover Brother.
Oh yeah.
The same plot. Some people even said this was Undercover Brother 2. It was the same thing. They put stuff in the chicken. They was using Billy D. Williams to sell us chicken that they could control us with. So
yeah.
So, but it's just funny how Boondocks made an episode about this.
Oh yeah.
Which is another one they went into all this real. But since it was a cartoon, you could go there and people will go with you on there because it's a cartoon, But Boondocks did all this stuff. So we got all kind of like black sci-fi, Afro surrealism, Afro futurism type shows that delve into almost these same exact topics almost every time. So I'm liking it. I want to see more of this. I don't want everybody to compete. I don't want to be,
Yeah, back to the whole thing about people dying, like Elvis, and people were thinking Elvis was alive for like how many years, and all these tabloid magazine, Elvis spotted here.
Yeah, I spotted Elvis with Bigfoot. And
Elvis and Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster on camera.
Right.
And then they made that movie Bubba Hotep, where Bruce Campbell plays Elvis, and he's in a retirement home, and they fight him.
Oh, he's still alive. Okay,
yeah. He's Elvis is in a retirement home, and he fights a mummy. It's a stupid, campy, dumbass movie, but it leans into those conspiracy theories and kind of pokes fun at all that shit. But I mean, that's what this reminded me of, like a lot of those kind of exploitation, kind of campy satires, just poking.
And that
fun
was the point. You can definitely tell the influence on it.
Yeah.
So, but that's the whole point. I just want to make sure that people understand that the movie is not about cloning. It's not. It was amazing what they were doing is cloning like their jobs, their skill sets. Like, okay, one pimp dies on the corner, put another pimp out there, put another drug dealer out there. It wasn't that same guy, just as long as there's another, and it's just like it is in real life. You shoot one drug dealer, it'll be another one in the corner next week. That's because that's how the system is set up.
But
it leaves a vacuum.
Oh shit! Are you?
I'm here. I'm here. I think you're gone. He's about to go. Oh well, that's okay. I'm still here, or one of us about. That's it. So I think he froze up, but that's all. We're gonna keep talking. All right. So that's my whole thing about that, because the thing is about cloning is that they're talking about cloning this same job title, and then notice that they didn't clone Tiana Paris because they didn't care to clone her. They were like, "There's so many of you, we can just replace you at any time, and nobody will even notice you're gone." That's how little they valued her. Meanwhile, the other one, like the pimp and the drug dealer, they want to make sure there was a pimp and drug dealer at all time, because they know that the pimp and drug dealer are only going to do those things to their own neighborhoods. They're not okay. You got some that are high class and go out there stuff like that, but like a dude that robs, he's not going to go out and rob a upscale mansion, a $200,000 mansion. He's not going to do that because he know that even going into that mansion, that's the first thing to decide. He got out. He'll be back. Don't worry about it. So that's why they know that they keep everything in a controlled environment. They know what they're doing. I'm gonna talk about Ronald Reagan. Damn, I'm really going to. Hopefully Eli will come in and stop me, because now I'm finna go on a rant right now. Hold up, is this him? Hold on. Let's see. He's still out. There you go. All right.
There you go.
I'm glad. Are you here? Are you back?
Are you?
I never left. I was here the whole time. Okay. I'm glad you came in, because I was just about to start talking about Ronald Reagan. So I'm glad you're back before we got off subject.
No, you disappeared, then everything just disappeared.
No, I was here the whole time. All right. Oh, what would you say about Pop Smoke? Sylvia Smoke. Okay, Pop Smoke made like 3 songs, all them songs, and all of them are remixes with 50 Cent. So we can't count Pop Smoke, but yeah. But yeah, I've heard remixes of Tupac dissing Eminem and shit. I'm like, okay, I know this. He didn't do that shit for real, but yeah. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. But like I said it. Yeah.
No, I was in the middle of saying something, and then when I got cut off, and now I can't remember what I was gonna say.
I'm trying to see if I could jog your memory.
Yeah. Crap, the signal's low again. Am I here? Are you there?
Yeah. You never left. You still here? Yeah.
Okay.
He's fading.
Okay, because you froze. No, what was I gonna say? I mean, I watched a lot of in the danger zone. I watched a lot of X-Files, and they had a lot of cloning and stuff like that on there. But but no, this is what I was gonna say. There was that one moment where Monica, or whatever her name was. What was her name? The Monica.
In the movie,
what is her real name?
Tiana Paris.
Yo-Yo. Yeah, her.
But in the movie, Yo-Yo. Her name was Yo-Yo.
where she was talking about how she basically they're talking about their dreams, how she wanted to go here and wanted to, become a detective, and they basically how they all had dreams,
right?
And how they never, and
she wanted to go sailing, all that stuff like that. So
yeah, and he had dreams and all that stuff. They're just basically talking about how they're stuck in their environment, stuck in their poverty, and that's kind of the point of the whole movie, is how we get stuck, in the underclass, trying to, and it's hard, how hard it is to get out of it because of all these influences, because of how we let these influences control us and dictate our lives, and that's what they do. They end up saying, oh shit, fuck all that shit. We're not going to follow. We're going to be what they want us to be. And that's basically the mess. You don't have to get distracted by Facebook and get caught up in,
Right. Because the thing is, there are guys out there, that are better than Michael Jordan and LeBron James, but they can't make it out because of shit that happened. Maybe drugs, maybe they got shot, maybe whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. They're stuck in a situation. They, and that's I think that to me, that was the message of the movie, is trying to break out of the stagnant environment that you're in,
Right. Like you change it. And notice how they changed it was they all I was saying like the way they changed it, they all banded together and did it. It wasn't just I'm just going there by myself to do it, because that won't work at all. But when you band together, then you can make some change.
We all have to free our minds. We all have to start rethinking and basically become, what's the word, like sort of engage a new consciousness, rethink, let go of what influences us, and unlearn what we learn, and free your mind, your ass will follow. Basically, I'm trying to.
I appreciate you not saying woke.
Yeah,
it sounded like that's what you were trying to say, but
I was trying to say.
Like I'm trying. How do I say woke without saying woke?
Yeah, but I mean, it just goes beyond that. Just
I'm a Virgo.
Not.
I haven't. It's on Amazon, but I haven't ever. That's a little bit. It seems like it's too weird for me. I don't know. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, not getting caught up in the bullshit, basically. I think that's what this is. We get caught up in the bullshit. We get caught up in pettiness, and and it's hard to get out of it. And this is just a fun sci-fi flick that sort of poked fun at it all. So it sort of makes us look at ourselves and see what we're actually doing.
Right. And what we can do, like I said, if we won't band together and I do like it how that when both of them realized what was really going on, they couldn't go back to the lives they were before. Once they finally were free, I can't pimp anymore. I just let the girls go do whatever. I can't sell drugs anymore. They can't do what they did before. I mean, it's a saying. I think Frederick Douglass said it, like a slave that knows he's a slave will never be a slave or something.
No.
I'm pretty sure I screwed that up, but
let me dip out real quick.
Go for it. Okay.
All right.
Okay. While you going, I'm gonna talk about Ronald Reagan now. Okay. All right. Now, while Eli doing the thing, talking about Ronald Reagan. Okay, so everybody know about Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan is basically the biggest drug dealer in American history. So what he did is that he basically funneled, while he was doing the whole war on drugs thing, he was funding the war on drugs in Nicaragua. Okay, you back? Okay, cool. While he was funding the war on drugs in Nicaragua, how he paid them, because they were fighting the Russians. So he paid them in guns, but they didn't have money to pay him back. So what they do, they paid him in cocaine.
Iran?
Yeah, I'm talking about Ronald Reagan. Yeah, they paid him in cocaine. That's how they did. They paid him in cocaine. But at the same time, how do they make money off the cocaine? You send it to the hoods, send it to the ghettos, have them flip the money, make it for you. But make sure it doesn't go to the upper class neighborhoods. There's written document about this. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's out there. Yeah. So that's where the crack epidemic came from in the 80s.
And they only make it legal when they can make money off.
When they can make money off of it, right? So Ronald was the best president. He was a beast.
Oh,
so
shit.
That's your boy Taylor Swift, Ronald Reagan.
They must have cloned Jake.
Right. Let's see if she really tried and escape and better her rise. That makes sense. Hand escape. Yeah, she really wanted to get out of there. So All right. So
yeah, I think it plays on conspiracy theorists and all that stuff, and
I think it plays a little bit too much conspiracy because I think, and that's the thing. I've seen a lot of reviews from like people online from this, and everybody's saying this, a different thing. Some people are getting too deep into the conspiracy theory, that whole thing. See, just like they clone Jamie Foxx, they cloning people for real. Like, no, they not. You completely missed the message of the movie, but okay.
Yeah, like I said, I used to watch
Snowfall.
I
got a buddy that swears by Snowfall. Like it is literally the greatest show ever made.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was all right.
I never seen it. I never seen it, but my buddy swears it's the greatest show ever made. So yeah, but that's it.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I think conspiracy theories. I mean, I used to watch, like I said, I watched a lot of X-Files, and while fun they are, I mean, like,
but you take it seriously, like, oh, they're telling us what's going on. They're giving us the red pill. You didn't think about it like that when you watch it.
It's just art. It's just entertainment, and it's fun. But I think, like what Alan Moore said, that people would like to believe that there's some conspiracy controlling everything, when in reality, there's nothing controlling nothing. There's no one's in control.
just chaos. That's all.
It's just chaos, and it makes it makes people feel better to pretend there's an Illuminati or the secret government or the aliens walk among us
and whatever.
Lizard people. It's easy. It's comforting, but in the end, there isn't, and the world is just total chaos. No one controls nothing, and that But let's just say it's all true. Let's just say all the conspiracy theories are true. 9/11 was an inside job. COVID was a hoax. The Earth is flat. There's lizard people. Elvis is alive. Let's say it's all true. What are you going to do about it? Nothing.
Right. That's it. Elvis and Tupac make a song right now. What? Listen to it. That's all you can do. That's it. Let's see. Eli later saw a lizard person on a plane last month. Oh, you mean that motherfucker's not real? You talking about that person? That wasn't even last month. That was like 2 weeks ago. I know what he's talking about. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. It's funny. We don't know what she said. Some lady just got on a plane. They're like, that motherfucker's not real. I thought it was like a secret invasion, like commercial or some shit. I guess it was whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, secret invasion plays into that.
Secret invasion plays into that. Yeah. Like nobody's real. Everybody's fake. There really is a secret lizard people, Illuminati aliens, living amongst us,
Yeah.
1 out of 3 people is a scroll or an alien or some shit. So yeah. All right. So that being said, I think we talked about the movie enough. Can we move on?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So we're just gonna briefly talk about this. This is what do we got next here? Oh, okay. We'll talk about this one. Okay. So there is a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game that has just been announced. This is for real because we heard rumors about it, but it's actually really, really, really happening right now. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. Now, here's the thing. We reviewed that entire comic on this podcast, The Last Ronin. For those who don't know what The Last Ronin is, basically 3 out of the 4 turtles are dead. That's it. One's left, trying to get revenge on the guy that killed everybody else. Splinter's dead. Casey Jones is dead. Everybody's dead. I'm not going to tell you who's still alive. Just got to read the book to go from there.
And they go get revenge in a post-apocalyptic like New York City.
Of course, because it's always post-apocalyptic, of course, This turtle uses all of the turtles' weapons, goes against everybody, fights everybody they went through, and that's the thing. I like that. Awesome story. It was, I think, both of our favorite stories of that year when it came out.
I got the hardcover. I went and bought it on hardcover, and I rarely do that. So
right. So, like I said, we love the story. It was written by the original person that created the Ninja Turtles comic. So, like I said, and like I said, we love the comic. We love Ninja Turtles because if you think about it, and I just thought about this earlier today, like if you take apart Marvel and DC, the most successful comic book property is probably Ninja Turtles. I think. Maybe Walking Dead. Maybe I don't think as far as just popularity, business wise.
Yeah, I mean they made a cartoon. They're still they just made another Ninja Turtle movie.
Right, they got a movie out right now. More movies,
multiple
more cartoons,
TV series,
toys.
Multiple toy lines, multiple TV series, multiple shows, and it's just been this, this huge thing since
and been around for almost 40 years.
Yeah, and they were
have y'all reviewed
and it was independent. Yeah,
I'm waiting for
I have
Eli.
not seen it yet.
I'm waiting for Eli.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I want to see it. I do want to see it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Wait to Paramount Plus. It'll be on the next month.
But as far as this game, it was just the trailer. It was
they
just like
didn't really show
a
anything. They didn't really show anything. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess it's going to be sort of like a God of War made by the same company as God of War or whatever.
Yeah, they would say it's going to be like a God of War type game, which I can see that, so we're going to do that one. So and plus it'll get people to experience that story. Because like I know, a lot of people haven't read that story because people don't read at all. So now I want you to hold me to task, Eli. I want you to hold me accountable. That how I do those like long form reviews of what we've done, like we've done like a whole book. I need you to hold me accountable to make a Last Ronin version of that one. Because we've done all of them. We've done it. I just need to just splice together, put together, and just run with it.
And those books came out like months apart. Like almost wasn't like almost a year between issues one time.
Yeah. Fat T, hopefully it's the good God of War, not the new God of War. So yeah. Mega Fox is in TMNT.
Damn, how many girls you got, Fox? Shit, he's a ninja pimp. He's got all these Taylor Swift and Doja Cat and Megan Fox.
Like that. I love Megan Fox in the roles. I know everybody likes to shit on Megan Fox. I love Megan Fox in both those roles. So yeah. So that's my thing. So hold me to task, hold me accountable for that. Help me get that done. Well, just remind me to get that done. Because I always say I'm going to get it done, and then I just don't do it. I just sit up here and watch Netflix all day.
I guess it would just be the hardest thing would probably be searching out which episodes it was.
I've already found them.
You found them? Okay. Well,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've already found them. I've already listed them. I was like, I need to just chop this up and just go with it.
Chop it up.
Yeah. And then I start playing Street Fighter.
That's the easiest part. Yeah. No, that's the fun.
It's not.
Is it? You don't like editing?
No. I mean, I do, but that shit is long. That was a long ass book.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time, but I do it. I just need to stop playing.
I'm sure it's gonna be like an hour, like almost an hour too.
It probably will be because every other one we did was an hour. So yeah. But I can just start on there and like do it from days at a time. So yeah, I pace myself. I get it done. I'm gonna start on it. That's when I'm talking to you now to get me motivated to do it. Because if I just don't tell you, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just like not do it. But if you can just remember, hey, Leroy, that thing you're supposed to do. my reports. Where my reports? All right. So let me say, we move on to the next part of the podcast.
Sure.
Like I said, we're just flying through this. We're just going to it. Like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies. We're talking about comic books, and we're just gonna jump into it. Eli, I'm gonna let you jump in first, and I want to see which book.
Why do you always make me go first, and I'm never prepared?
Because I'm never prepared.
I better just have my shit on standby.
We'll have the video next week, Eli. Jake, I will not have this video next week, but I will start on it. How about that? I will start on it next week. That's something. So yeah.
Yeah, that's you're making a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess I will start out with Ghost Rider and Wolverine #1.
I read this.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
I did, but I'm not gonna step on your toes.
Oh, I was gonna say you would do it probably better. You would like really
go with it. It's you. It's all you. It's all you. But I'm gonna read this whole thing. I'm on board with this.
Okay. Yeah. So Benjamin Percy has been writing both Wolverine and Ghost Rider lately. I'm trying to catch up on the Wolverine series. Because I kind of dropped it for a while, but I have
Gomer and them said greatest Wolverine run of all time. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
But I have been reading Ghost Rider. Like his Ghost Rider run has been dope. So basically this is we have some kid who has some kind of powers. This woman, what's his name? Bram or something like that?
Yeah, the kid's name is Bram. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got some kind of powers. She brings him to Xavier's school for the mutants.
Because she thinks he's a mutant. Yeah.
They think he's a mutant. So he brings him to Xavier, and Xavier tries to read his mind, and he gets all fucked up, and he's like, I can't read it. Oh my God, he's not a mutant. There's something else. You need someone with a sorcerer or magic or somebody.
He's not a mutant. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, basically, I can't really help him. He's not a mutant. So they leave. Meanwhile, Ghost Rider or Johnny Blaze is doing a stunt. And he sees is that the Demon Bear?
That's what I was wondering. I hope not. I really hope not, because it did look like the Demon Bear.
Yeah, it looked like a giant bear on fire, which
like a
looks
Ghost
like the
Rider
demon
bear. Yeah.
Yeah. So while he's does one of his stunts, he sees Mephisto and the demon bear, and he wipes out and almost gets possessed. We cut back to the kid. He's at another orphanage, and he like somehow kills all the kids and makes a fucked up Hellraiser sculpture out of their body.
Totem pole of kids. I'm like, this is fucked up, man.
Yeah, like some kind of Hellraiser fucking sculpture, you know. Pretty gnarly. And then we cut back. The kid runs away or whatever. We cut back to Charles Xavier and Logan. Wolverine is like, something's up with that kid. We should probably check on him or whatever.
Because he can smell like sulfur and hellfire on him. Like there's something right with this kid. Yeah.
Yeah. So he basically goes in to investigate. But while they're like the power goes out or something in the mansion, and then the demon bear or something like a big giant monster with a flaming bear head appears. And at the same time, Johnny Blaze is in the hospital after wiping out from one of his stunts, and he's having visions of the demon bear.
Like it happens at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. Wolverine fights the
and that bear fucks up Colossus too. Like just throws him through a wall or some shit. Yeah.
But then there's a scene where he's fighting the bear, and then it's like he's fighting the kid, like the bear is inside him or something.
No. The kid is standing right there while the bear is there. So Wolverine slashes the bear like, okay, I can't do shit with the bear. So Wolverine slashes the kid.
Slashes the kid, and then the bear gets
and when he slashes the kid, the bear gets fucked up.
Yeah, and then the bear takes the kid and then dips out. And then Wolverine jumps on his motorcycle. Ghost Rider jumps on his motorcycle, and they all go riding off into the night. They meet. They're basically heading to the same scene where the bear was, and then they meet, and that's where, of course, we have the good old fashioned superhero misunderstanding fight.
Right, because Wolverine thinks that Ghost Rider is the demon that came and fucked him up. So they got to fight. They got to fight.
Yeah, so they got to fight. They throw down for a little bit, and hey, we're after the same thing. We should be friends, and basically decide to team up. So
I do like how they had Ghost Rider kick his ass, because there's no way Wolverine can go against Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Well, even Ghost Rider says, you have a lot of evil or darkness in you, but you're not the evil I seek. So if Wolverine, if Ghost Rider were to give him the penance there.
Yeah, I do like that little narration that Wolverine had. He because a lot of people consider me and Ghost Rider the same guy, because nobody knows if we're good or bad, and neither do we. They're anti-heroes.
Yeah. So this whole book was it's Logan narrating the book. It's from his.
Did you catch this memory. Also? Okay, that woman that was that brought the boy to Xavier. So she adopted him, the boy, afterward, because after he ran off, he was like, nobody can help me. So she found him and she raised him. So when they went in their house, like Johnny Blaze and Logan went in their house, it was her house, and there was pictures of him growing up, but he killed her. They found her dead body in that house.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Shit.
Yeah, because it goes back and forth between flashbacks and shit. So, so yeah, but they decide, Wolverine and Ghost Rider decide to team up to go search for this kid.
Yeah,
and that's kind of where it ends. So yeah, I've been on board with Ghost Rider.
Jackson, you're right, because it's like Wolverine and Ghost Rider can both sense it, but they sense it different ways. Like Wolverine can sense it through his senses. But Ghost Rider got that mystical shit. Like I can feel the evil or whatever,
Yeah, he's drawn to it. Yeah. He's drawn to the evil's energy.
The blood of the innocent.
Yeah. So this was a 4 out of 5 for me. I've already been on Ghost Rider, Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider run. I'm catching up on his Wolverine run. So I've been reading both of these books. So I'm gonna stick with this. So
I'm gonna read this arc. I'm still letting you take over. It's all you, but I'm going to keep up with the art because this book got me. I was like, okay, I'm on board now. And plus Ghost Rider versus Wolverine, of course I'm gonna throw money at that. I want to see that happen. I'm a shield just like everybody else. I mean, shit.
Yeah. And then next month we got Wolverine versus the Predator.
Okay, I'm on board for that. So shit.
What everybody's been waiting for.
Exactly. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna review that shit. So yeah. All right. Let me say what are we gonna talk about next? Okay, next book I'm going to do is let's do, since we're technically doing horror, let's do Night Terrors number 3.
Oh, you're doing Night Terrors. Check you out.
I'm doing Night Terrors. Here's the thing. I fell off, but I didn't fall off, if it makes sense. I know they don't make sense. Okay. Because I'm reading none of those tie-ins. I missed the last issue, but I'm doing this issue. Because here's the thing. Pun intended, people are sleeping on Night Terrors. Because at the end of the day, it's just a dead man book. And I'm all for a dead man. Give me a dead man book. So
are they cloning Tyrone you?
I've been indoctrinated. Yeah.
Are they?
I hated it first.
Are they getting you? Are they got you? They're controlling you, Leroy.
Obey.
Yeah.
They Live is definitely an influence on the movie. I can tell.
Yes, They Live. Yeah. Consume, obey. No independent thought.
All right. So Night Terrors number 3. Let's jump into it. Let's go. Okay. Like I said, for those who haven't been keeping up with the book, they don't bother catching you up. They just jump into it. This dead man doing some bullshit. Who gives a fuck? Jumps into it. And now it starts with, okay, Dead Man and Batman's body and Sandman versus the Sleepless Knights. Those are the bad guys, like his henchmen that are after him, And basically Sandman's like, my gas isn't working on them. And Dead Man's are like, yeah, Batman batarangs don't do shit either against these guys, So where they about to get taken out, but before they get taken out, that's when, boom, Robin shows up. Damon, he's like, get your hands off my dad, and he just starts slicing the demon, the Endless Nights just like it's nothing. And they were like, what the fuck? And Sandman, because he's like 80 years old, has never met Robin. He like, how old are you, kid? Like, he just fucking, he like, how old are you? Who the fuck wears a fedora anymore? So then he gets them out of there, gets them to the Batarang, and then they fly out of there and they escape, and then they're out of there. And Robin tells the bat plane to go 40,000 feet. And Dead Man and Batman's body's like, thanks, kid. Your father must be proud. He's like, don't you put words in my father's name, demon. He's like, now get him out of my father's body now. You're like, well, damn, okay. So Dead Man exit Batman's body, and Damien can still see him. He's like, how the hell can you see me? He's like, don't worry about all that. I'm trained to do shit like that, So yes, that's what's going on right now. And no reason Damien's not asleep like the rest of the world, because he has trained his body to stay awake or some shit, whatever. Anyway, that's why you're live. So the point is, Dead Man, the thing they're looking for is the Nightmare Stone. So Dead Man's like, okay, let me see if I can get into Insomnia's body one more time and see if he knows where the thing is. And he goes into a memory that he had at Arkham Asylum. It's called a survivors meeting. I think it has something to do with like the last pit or whatever like that. So anyway, he's drinking. He said, I can't go to sleep. If I go to sleep, I get the nightmares. Matter of fact, if I close my eyes, I get the nightmares. And the support group is trying to tell him that, you know what, maybe one day you'll forgive the Justice League for what they did. You're like, forgive them? I don't want to forgive them. And then he smashed the guy with the coffee pot in his head, like in the support group. And everybody else is like, what the fuck? And then the glass that he got away from it, he started stabbing him to death. He was like, no, I want the Justice League to see what I see. And everybody else support group like, what the fuck? Like, oh, this guy's crazy. Let's get the hell out of here. But before they can get the hell out of there, he kills them too. I want all of you to know what I know, and starts killing them, starts chopping them up and shit like that. They're like, everybody's going to know the truth. Everybody's going to see what I see. Nobody will ever sleep again. Matter of fact, I will never sleep again. And so he takes the glass to himself and cut off his own eyelids. And like, now I will never close my eyes again. They're like, and yes, Dead Man, I can see you too. You better get out of my memory before you see some really fucked up shit. And Dead Man's like, oh, hell no. And he's like, okay, yeah, that guy was crazy. He was like, so basically they have an idea like, okay, the Nightmare Stone is not in the nightmare realm, and it's not in the land of the living, because Dr. Disney already says land of the living. So where could it be? And Sandman's like, I think I got an idea. it may be somewhere between the land of the dreaming and the awake. It's an in-between place. So they go to Wayne Tower because they got a whole bunch of chemicals and shit there, and Sandman is using that to build like a new gas gun that can trap them between the sleeping and the awake world. So Deadman hops back into Batman's body, and Sandman's like, okay, I'm gonna shoot you guys this gun. It's gonna like partially put you sleep and awake at the same time. Y'all see what y'all can find about the Nightmare Stone, and I protect your body while this going on. They're like, cool, okay. So he shoots him in the face, and they pass out, and then they're in the dream world now, you know, like that Dream Warrior shit. So they're flying around, and Sandman's like, okay, while y'all doing that, right. So while y'all doing that, I'm gonna protect your bodies in case some crazy people come in here. And as soon as that happens, crazy people shows up. Some horse, scythe dude, endless night looking dude. He like, I found you. And Wesley, and like, I've never eaten a zombie before because Sandman is a zombie. You're like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this shit. So he grabs Damian's sword and he goes right at the guy. So they're fighting while dead Batman and Robin are in the nightmare dream sleep world or shit. Anyway, they call it the hollow. The hollow is, they said the hollow is what you see out of the corner of your eye. That's what that is. You know, you're not asleep, but you're not dreaming either. You know, so they walk in to find out where they're going. They just walk in and they hear their names, Boston, Damien. So they can walk in there and they find this house with that's all fucked up, and it's got a bunch of skulls around it. Now we've heard of the House of Mystery and we heard of the House of Secrets. This is the House of Horror. That is the first time this has ever been a thing. This is new. So, yeah. So they walk into the house.
It's going to be worth $20 in
hey,
50
this is
years.
going to put your kids through college. This is it.
It's signed by Joshua Williamson.
Joshua Williamson, yeah, because he write every fucking book out there. So yeah. So they walk through the House of Horror, and while Sandman is fighting this guy, and what they see is that Boston Brand, where he died at, you know, the circus place where he died, and he see this is my nightmare, and he sees himself, and he like, this is my lie, because I told everybody when I got shot when I was an acrobat that I died before I knew anything that happened, but that's a lie. I felt the bullet, and I felt hitting the ground. I felt the impact. I felt everything when I died, but I didn't tell anybody that. And they were like, okay, so the stone is here. So he's opened up the guy's rib cage and starts digging in his own rib cage. Meanwhile, Sandman chops the guy's head off, and he ripped the guy, goes in the rib cage, and the guy, the Endless Night, is holding his own head. He like, you think that's gonna kill me? And he starts like throwing his head at Sandman, like trying to chomp at him and shit. You're like, man, what the fuck? You know? And that's when dead Batman and Robin wake up, and they found the Nightmare Stone, the thing that Insomnia been looking for the whole time. Like, we found it. Then we can use the Nightmare Stone to kill Insomnia. And when I find it, I will have everything I wished for. So, the Nightmare Stone has possessed Dead Man. To be continued. So, yeah. So, like I said, I'm enjoying the story. It's just a fun thing. Crossover events like that. As long as they just stay with the Dead Man shit, I'm on board. I'm good.
Dude, did you notice you have the Teen Titans cover behind as the thing?
No. That's House of Horrors.
Is it? You sure?
Is it? Did I fuck up? Oh, damn, I fucked up.
No, because the Teen Titans, they went into a House of Horrors.
They went to the House of Horrors. So the House of Horrors has been a thing. So the House of Horrors has been a thing. Oh, shit, I fucked up. Okay. Eli will be the one to call me on this shit. I'm glad you're the one to call me out on this shit.
Hey, I'm just.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You fucked up.
I just noticed, shit. I'm like, yo, that's my book. That's my book.
Because I just remember House of Horrors. So I'm like, no, but that's not the House of Horrors. So anyway, what book you got next?
What's your score, man? You seem to be liking this event.
I'm liking this, man. I'm liking this.
You're just reading the main story.
Just the main story. And honestly, that's for that, I'm catching on what's going on right now. You know, like I said, as long as you give me Sandman, I'm good. And I wanted the newer Sandman, but they give me old Sandman, but Sandman is Sandman, so I'm good. So 45. Strong 45. Strong 45.
Not reading the punchline tie-in?
No, I don't even know why she's still a thing. Stop trying to make punchline happen, DC. Just stop. So yeah. All right. So what you got next?
Well, I'll House of Horrors. I'll go to Teen Titans.
I guess so. I
World's
guess
Finest.
this is not the first book that House of Horrors appeared in.
Well, I don't know what this is. They just go into a haunted house. It's not really haunted. It's a chick.
I mean, it literally says on the cover House of Horrors. So
yeah. This is the cover without any of the text. Yeah. Any of the lettering. So.
And it looks nothing like the house that I was showing. So maybe it's just House of Horror. They're just saying House of. You read it. You read it. We're gonna find out.
They go into a dark, spooky house.
Okay, but they don't mention like the House of Secrets and the House of Mystery and all this shit like that.
No.
Huh. No. Interesting.
So
okay.
I think that's just the title of the book, or maybe I don't know.
Oh, so I do win. Okay. So.
Yeah. So this is World's Finest, Teen Titans #2, Mark Waid. This is basically the team in their early days, because Dick Grayson is still Robin in this book. Mm-hmm. He's not Nightwing yet. He's still Robin. He's still running around in the green drawers and the yellow cape and shit. Bumblebee is on the team. Huh?
Okay. He does have pants, right?
Does he have pants? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if he has pants. Did they start putting pants on him? I guess I don't pay attention.
I don't know. I mean, he didn't. You say pants. I don't know if that's a New 52 thing, but
he's in the book.
Because he just used to have pantyhose, just run around in the elf shoes.
Oh yeah, he's got like green leggings.
Oh, okay.
So he's wearing green spandex, not drawers.
Like TikTok pants. Okay,
yeah. So yeah, this is them in the early days. Bumblebee is on the team, and it starts out with like Bumblebee, Aqualad, and Wonder Girl. They're hanging out. They go to like an amusement park. Wonder Girl has a friend that Bumblebee has the hots for. So there's got the teen drama, romance shit going on. And then they get a call from Robin. Him and Speedy and Beast Boy. No, Beast Boy's with them, right? Yeah. Anyways, they get a call that a girl flipped out and ran away. They're looking for a missing girl and tracked her to this house, this dark house of horror. So they all show up. They all go inside to try and find this girl. And every one of them starts having like nightmares or some kind of scary vision. Beast Boy starts becoming different evil versions of himself. Speedy starts getting attacked by these monster things, and he tries shooting the arrows, and he's missing them all. Wonder Girl has a vision of Hippolyta and all the Amazons sort of rejecting her. So it's like a thing of like they're all seeing like their worst fears, and it has to do with their insecurities.
This damn near Night Terror's book, then.
Yeah, I guess. But it's
it's not, but it feels like it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the theme of this book is like insecurity, because they're teens. They're questioning their abilities. They're questioning their identity. They're questioning their role in the world. You know what I mean? They're teenagers. So I think that's what it is. So basically they all, say fuck it. They, Beast Boy smashes the mirrors and shit, and then he finds the girl. And it turns out this girl has some Danny Moonstar type of powers where she can make people see what they fear.
The nightmares and shit. Okay.
Yeah. So they take her, they find her friend, and hey, we can help you. We're gonna help you, basically. And then they get a text that they're supposed to go to some Comic-Con or something in Metropolis, and that's kind of where, oh yeah, let's go. And they go. So that's about it. And this was fun. It's just a fun Teen Titans
out of
story.
Continuity, so you don't have to
out
know
of continuity.
all
It's
that
just
stuff.
These kids are, like I said, the whole theme of identity and feeling insecure about oneself and, getting over those anxieties and insecurities is kind of like the theme of this book. And I thought it was cute. I had a lot of fun with it. This is #2. It's not a Night Terrors tie-in.
It feels like a Night Terror tie-in, but it's not a Night Terror tie-in.
yeah, it's not a Night Terrors tie-in. That's, so it's the only DC book that I did read. But so yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I dug on this.
Cool. All right. So last book I'm going to do is Where's that book?
You only did 2 books?
Well, yeah, because I read yours.
Oh, that's right.
So, because I had a feeling you were gonna read it, but I'm like, I gotta read this shit. I gotta see what the hell going on with this. Oh, Immortal X-Men number 14. That's
shit. So you didn't read the Superman annual?
Nah, I started to. I was like, did you?
Yeah, I did.
What? Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Should have reviewed it. I should review.
I thought you were gonna read it.
I thought about. I was like, I don't really want to read this annual. I should wait till it come on DC Universe. But shit, you should have did that, and I should have did X-Men, Ghost Rider versus Wolverine.
Well, you're the Superman expert, so
I am. Yeah, you're the Ghost Rider expert. So yeah. So it would have been off brand. People were watching this show. They'd be like, "What the fuck going on here?"
Yeah.
Next thing, I'm talking about Predator shit. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, so book we're gonna do X-Men. There we go. Okay, so this is the day after the Hellfire Gala when all hell broke loose. The day all hell broke loose with that. That's what happened. And they kind of catch you up with what happened with the story also. So we're just gonna get to that. So Professor X is by himself, and he's reflecting on everything that just happened to Hellfire Gala. They're saying this is about a few weeks to happen. They're just saying X weeks happened. We don't know how many weeks happened. You just interpret it however you want to interpret it. But basically, the whole thing, everybody died, and the Orcus had hacked into the X-Men's drug where they're going to kill millions of people if Professor X doesn't get all of his mutants off the planet. So he mind controls the mutants to get them off the planet, and the ones that don't do it, he forcibly use them to get off the planet because he thinks that they're going to Mars, Araco, the other mutant planet, but they didn't. They don't know where they went. So Professor X mind control every mutant controller to walk into the sun or some shit. He don't know because he can't feel their presence anymore. The only people that didn't walk through the gates are the people he personally trained, also known as the X-Men. So yeah, so the X-Men didn't walk through the gates. Just the shitty mutants that no one gives a shit about. They're the ones that walk through. So yeah. So that's his whole thing right there. And he just realized that he just want to just sit by himself. And this is classic panel. They were all dead. I killed them because he think he did. So he's just on Krakoa just by himself. He is the only person on Krakoa right now. So yeah. So we go past that, and then we go through Sebastian Shaw of the Hellfire Club, who just conveniently was absent that day of the Hellfire Gala because he's working with Orcus. That's why. But he made a deal with Orcus. Orcus ordered him to join Orcus. He has to become human. So he takes a drug to eliminate his mutant powers. He's human now. So no more mutant. So while he's doing that, and he made a deal like, okay, if I help you kill off the mutants, get rid of the mutants, you're going to give me control of Krakoa and I get all the money. So he's talking to his secretary. Okay, tell me how much money I have now that I own Krakoa. And she's looking, she's like, yeah, your bank account has not changed. It's the exact same as it was last time. He's like, wait, what? But I own Krakoa. She's like, yeah, you do own Krakoa. But Krakoa isn't worth anything. The actual resources, the finances, somebody else owns that. She's like, oh, hell no. I'm about to talk to those people right now. So he gets up, storms out of the room, goes to his secret hell room, whatever like that, and he summons Mother Righteous. Mother Righteous is the one he made the deal with, that you said that if I did such and such, you were going to give me Krakoa and you give me all the money. That was the deal. We were doing a business deal. She was like, I don't do business deals. I'm a magician. I do magic. So what do you expect to happen when you make a deal with a magic person? They're going to screw you over. That's what we do. So, and he like, okay, I'm going to kill you for unless you make this right. He like, oh, you got bigger problems than me because you screwed over Krakoa and that's going to have repercussions. So bye. So she left out of there. And basically the very first thing is that the Hellfire soldiers and shit like that, they kick him out because they said his Hellfire membership has been revoked by the new Black King. So you no longer. So the owner of Krakoa has kicked him out of the Hellfire Club. He's like, okay, so who is the new owner? The new owner of Krakoa, well, not the Krakoa, but the person in charge of the finance of Krakoa is Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin. He controls the money in Krakoa, and he has kicked Sebastian Shaw out of the Hellfire Club. So he's now Wilson Fisk is now the Kingpin is now a member of the Hellfire Club. So he's like, oh shit. So and Emma Frost is like, yeah, you fucked up. I know everything you did. I'm disappointed in what you did because I did everything. I was stuck my neck out to you, put you on the Quiet Council, and this is what you did. So she's best disappointed. Meanwhile, Sebastian Shaw thinks that he's going to find a way to get back at it. So he basically launched a plan to get back at to get Krakoa back. And so he's going to send his soldiers out there to secure Krakoa, but they keep telling him we can't do that because there's monsters on Krakoa. He's like, no, they're not monsters. They're just mutants. There's a difference. He's like, no, I know the difference between a monster and mutant. There are monsters on Krakoa. Stop us from getting there. So, and then you see Professor sitting there by himself, and Emma Frost is telling him the mutants might not be dead. I've contacted Reed. I've contacted Strange. I've contacted T'Challa. Maybe they can find a way to find out what happened to the mutants. They're probably not dead. And he just not listening to her. But while that happens, he sees Orchis soldiers going on the beach. So what happens? He summons monsters. He makes them think of monsters in their mind. That's all he does. And when they see that, they just run off. That's all. So, and he's like, I want to make sure. And so he's just going to sit there and make sure that nobody else comes on Krakoa. So he's going to just be on that island, basically like Tom Cruise and Castaway, just by himself. So, yeah. Meanwhile, what happened to the mutants? They're on somewhere else. All of them. 250,000 mutants are there right now. Somewhere we don't know. They're not on Earth. They may be in another dimension. We don't know where they are, but they're just there. And they're all scared. They don't know what to do. So that's when Exodus just starts, gives this long speech. And like, listen to me, my mutants. I will guide you to the promised land. They gave us this desert. We will make this desert our own. And we will start an Exodus. And so it's a very, very heavy-handed message that they're giving. I will lead my people, to the promised land. And they walk and they start their Exodus. So, yeah, he's Moses. They're the Hebrews. So, yeah. That's a thing. So, yeah, that's the story. So, like I said, I feel like this book is about to wrap up. I think that's why they don't care what happens after this. Because, like I said, the fall of X is coming. They're about to end all this shit anyway. So, this is kind of like a wrap up to that. So, yeah. So, it was a book. It was a thing.
It was a book.
Oh, by the way.
you sound thrilled.
Yeah. Some of these are X-Men books. Some of them are like really fun. But once they got rid of the Quiet Council, which was the kind of the whole point of the book, it's like, what is the point of the book? If you're not doing the whole political bullshit, it's just a book. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, Emma Frost has mind wiped everybody on the planet, so nobody even remembers that Miss Marvel died. There you go.
Oh, that was convenient.
That was convenient. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah. So, what book you got next?
Well, this might be my book of the week.
All right. Superman?
No. This is Godzilla, Here Be Dragons, #2.
Okay, let's see what we got. I grabbed one. Let's see if that's the one.
I had a lot of fun with this. So this is just kind of a Godzilla book versus pirates. Takes place in the 1600s. Pirates looking for lost treasure. They encounter Godzilla. Everybody was up in arms. Like, how is Godzilla, exist in the 1600s facing pirates when he's basically was created by, the atomic bomb and all that shit. Yeah. Yeah. But I believe, like I said last issue, I believe this is the legendary universe, the Warner Brothers, the Americanized version of Godzilla.
The Krakens and all this.
Yeah, where he was basically just an ancient beast that's always existed on Earth. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But this is basically pirates. It's basically a pirate book. So this pirate is being, he's in the gallows. He's about to be executed by the Spanish Armada, and he starts retelling this story about this pirate crew that he was a part of, this pirate ship that he was on, and how they were chasing this treasure. This one pirate stole treasure and made it to this mythical monster island, and they went to go find them. And they were getting chased by the Spanish Armada. So that's where this issue picks up from that. They were being chased by the Spanish Armada. Godzilla shows up and just murks the whole Spanish Armada, which I found very entertaining.
Nice. Okay.
Because fuck the Spanish Armada and all the shit that they did. So yeah, that was very satisfying. Just seeing Godzilla just take out the whole fleet of ships. Anyways, the pirates land on Monster Island. They encounter giant turtles, giant bats. It's Monster Island. Monster Island goes back to the Showa era of Godzilla movies, the original movies, where it was just a place where the monsters gathered, where Earth, in one movie, Earth actually put like a force field around it and trapped all the monsters there and stuff like that. It's a recurring idea in a lot of Godzilla movies, Monster Island. So these pirates are on Monster Island, trying to survive all the different giant monsters being attacked, by them and shit. They end up finding that pirate ship. The pirate, the ones that they were looking for that had the treasure, they end up finding it at the end of the book. But we cut back to modern time, and the guy in the gallows, the guy telling the story, the cops or whatever, the general doesn't believe him. He's like, I don't believe any of this crap. Let's go hang him. So that's kind of where it ends. Is like, to be continued there. But it's basically, he's telling this flashback of the story. So I don't know how he's going to get out of it. I'm hoping Godzilla shows up and saves him, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But this was just fun. Once, like, the first book was a little rocky because there wasn't much Godzilla in it, but he showed up in this, and it was cool. So Godzilla showing up, taking out the whole Spanish fleet, that was dope. So this was my book of the week, 4 out of 5, and they have not lost me yet. So I thought this was cool, and I'm a Godzilla fan, so that helps too. You
Nice. Okay.
know.
All right. And any more books you got?
Well, since you mentioned it and you didn't,
I'll attempt. Okay. So we're doing a switcheroo. We're doing a switcheroo. Yeah. Freaky Friday. Okay. I'll
attempt to review.
Oh, you got a grab? Okay.
I grabbed it real quick. The Superman annual book. So I like we'd say, we're kind of in a Superman renaissance right now. Where just Superman is cool at the moment. The cool show. Joshua Williams, I guess, writing
Superman and Lois,
Superman and Lois, We're the show,
and they're not doing any dumbass injustice shit. No, it's Superman. How Superman's supposed to be. So
good old fashioned good guy Superman. Yeah.
Right. He doesn't have to be evil. Doesn't have to break necks. Doesn't have to Zack Snyder everything up. No, he's just Superman. That's it.
Just a wholesome boy. Yeah.
Right.
But this is the annual, so it's basically how annuals go. I understand why I didn't read it. It is basically a greatest hits.
Yeah.
Basically, it's Lois at the Daily Bugle, Daily Planet, right?
Yeah, that's Spider-Man.
Daily Planet. Lois is the editor, and she's assigning all these reporters different assignments. And each one of them kind of goes off and encounters a different Superman villain.
I do like how she listed everybody on there and their job titles and what they do. I thought that was pretty cool. So
So I'm not the biggest Superman fan. I'm not well versed in Superman lore or history or any of his old villains. I did recognize Parasite.
Because that was in this same book, like earlier, and it wasn't in this run. I feel like that,
There was a couple other people, Moon Knight or Moon somebody. I don't know.
She's new. She's new. That's a new thing.
Okay.
They're setting her up. So
And then the whole time, Superman is fighting Toy Man.
Oh yeah, I don't know why Toy Man is back, but okay.
Yeah, he's fighting Toy Man while all these different reporters are doing shit, and like I said, bringing up all these old villains from Superman history or whatever. And then at the end, was it Brainiac? Am I thinking of this book?
Is that who showed up?
Let me see. I can't remember now. See, I think Brainiac showed up at the end.
Oh shit! Okay,
and it said to be continued. So let me just confirm. The Blue Beetle movie's coming. Yeah. Brainiac.
So Brainiac does show up at the end. Nice.
Got the city of Zarnia.
Zarnia.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So he's got the city of Zarnia in a little shrunken.
You know what that is, right? You know what that is, right?
No, I don't.
Lobo.
Oh,
Yeah, Lobo is the last Zarnian.
Lobo is in this book. Yeah,
okay.
Lobo showed up.
So Brainiac has his city, basically.
Okay, yeah, because Lobo is in. They got Lobo. Yeah.
Oh, he's got Lobo.
Well, Lobo is doing some shit.
Okay. So they got that. Okay, so it looked like Superman and Lobo was gonna team up.
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. But yeah, Lobo was at the end. It was almost like an after credits, like the book ended, and then meanwhile, then it showed Lobo, and then it cut to Brainiac, and he's got the city in the jar, and Zarnia. Okay.
Yeah, so that's his planet, city, whatever.
Okay, so to be continued. So
interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, now you sold me on it. How about you check
3 out of 5? Like I said, I didn't know a lot of these characters or the references. That's it. So.
Yeah, throwing all this Krypton lore and
So, but yeah,
purple
I
kryptonite.
can read it.
Yeah. So cool. Well, we got anything else or?
No, I'm booked out. The only other book I read was The Guardians, but I don't need to review that. That was all right.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
they still haven't revealed what Groot Fall is or why Groot is doing with shit. So they're saying that's going to be next issue. So.
Okay, we'll see. I might jump on it then and see what's going on. So, all right, like I said, this week was the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So happy birthday to hip hop. Also, rest in peace, because this just happened right before we started recording. That's why I didn't do this first. But rest in peace to Magoo. He's a rapper in the 2000s. That was with Timbaland. If you hear his songs, you will know him. He's like, oh, that guy. But,
I suppose I should say rest in peace to Robbie Robertson. He was in the band. He's a native musician. He was in the band that did the band. They're called The Band. They did The Wait.
The Band. Okay.
Yeah, they did The Wait. And if you heard the song, I'm sure when you hear the song, you'll recognize it. But he was a famous native musician, So he just passed away this week too. So good journey to him.
Yes, that's all we got. Like I said, next week, I guess I will be in the theater by myself reviewing Blue Beetle because the way they're saying nobody's going to.
Does it come out next week?
That's what they're saying. So yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing: they can't even promote the movie because of the writer's strike. Yeah, so they can't even do it. They can't tweet about it. They can't do anything. So yeah.
No, is next week Ahsoka?
No,
Ahsoka. No, that's the week after. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I got next week. You got week after. Magoo sounds like Q-Tip to me. Yes, they did say that Magoo did kind of mimic or sound like Q-Tip.
Okay. Yo, since we're talking, let's just get this. Since we're talking about hip hop, what was your first experience with hip hop?
First experience with hip hop. Man, that's a tough question. Oh.
Like, what got you into it?
Well, like, really got me into it, I'm going to say Nas, It Ain't Hard to Tell, or like that whole Illmatic album. Like, that really got me into it. Of course, I heard rap songs before, but as far like what it got me into it, like, okay, I'm in it now. I've heard Run DMC and all stuff like that. I heard it, but I was like, that's cool. But the Nas Illmatic album, like, got me into it. Like, okay, I'm hooked. I got to start getting albums like that. Now, the first album I ever bought, the first tape I ever bought, Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg.
Really? That's like, I'm older than you. It makes me feel old that's your first tape.
That's the first tape. I've heard tapes before. I've heard NWA. I heard Naughty by Nature, even though we weren't supposed to listen to Naughty by Nature around that time. Because we weren't supposed to know what OPP meant. What
one of my first tapes was? The first cassette tapes I had?
What was that?
Herbie Hancock, Future Shock, with Rocket on it.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, they used to play it on the radio all the time.
Yeah, and the video on MTV with all the robots and shit. But I guess for me, what made me aware of hip hop was breakdancing. Like, I tried to breakdance like in the mid '80s. I was wearing parachute pants. I was trying to do knee spins and
you still do the moves, pop lock.
I can still do the cook. I can still do the kickworm. Yeah, my big fat ass can still do the kickworm.
Okay, that's gonna be our first video on our TikTok page when we make one. Eli doing the caterpillar.
Yeah, watch me fucking like throw out my back and shit. But no, one of my first rap tapes I owned was the Fat Boys, Big and Beautiful.
See, I only know the Fat Boys from their movies. That's the thing.
Yeah. See,
Disorderlies.
Yeah, Disorderlies. They were in Crush Groove. So I was into all that shit, you know. But then of course I took the metal detour and I became a metalhead. And it was like years later hearing NWA and Public Enemy, kind of like I was a metalhead that listened to rap, you know. And of course Fat T, like I said, he's my brother. He listened to hip hop, I was into metal, and we kind of like crisscross. So
well, I mean, in the 90s, metal and hip hop almost kind of, you know, blend together anyway. Like sometimes it's kind of hard to tell them apart anyway. You could tell the influence on both.
Yeah. So he would he's the one who got me. He's how I heard Mobb Deep. He's how I heard MOP, and you know, a lot of shit was through, you know, Fat T, you know. So yeah.
Cool.
So happy birthday to hip hop. Shit.
Happy birthday to hip hop. Yeah. All right. So like I said, that's the show. We'll come back with something next week and we'll kind of go from there. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same